Welcome to the online lecture series of heat and mass transfer. Here is Professor Lakshman Mane. This is a video session on critical thickness of insulation. In this session, you will be able to explain critical thickness of insulation, critical thickness of insulation for cylinder and for sphere. Critical thickness of insulation. We know that adding more insulation to wall across which heat transfer is taking place always decreases heat transfer. The thicker the insulation, the lower the heat transfer rate. This is expected since the heat transfer area, that is capital A, is constant and adding insulation always increases the thermal resistance of the wall without increasing the convection resistance. The additional insulation increases the conduction resistance of insulation layer, means heat transfer due to conduction reduces, but decreases the convection resistance of the surface because of the increase in outer surface area for convection. The heat transfer from the pipe may increase or decrease depending on which effect dominates of the insulation. So let us see critical radius of insulation of cylinder. Here consider a cylindrical pipe which is shown here of outer radius R1, whose outer surface temperature is T1. The pipe is now insulated with a material having thermal conductivity K, and its outer radius is R2. Now here we see heat is lost from the pipe to the surrounding medium at temperature T infinity with a convection, and heat transfer coefficient is H. So the rate of heat transfer from the insulated pipe to the surrounding air is given here with a formula, that is Q is equal to, this is a temperature difference, T1 minus T infinity. T1 is the inside temperature, T infinity is outside temperature, divided by, these are the resistances, this resistance, thermal resistances of insulation, and this is a resistance for convection or convection. So this is as per the discussion. Here by the mathematical formula, here this insulation thermal resistance is, already we have seen in last video, that is natural log ratio of R2 by R1 divided by 2 pi Lk, where L is the length of this hollow cylinder and K is the thermal conductivity of material, insulation material used here, plus R convection is given here as 1 upon HA. H is a convective heat transfer coefficient, and A means area, this outer surface area, that is 2 pi RL. Outer radius is R2, so 2 pi R2L. Now the variation of heat transfer Q with the outer radius of the insulation R2 can be understood with this graph. On this graph you can see this is a vertical axis on which heat transfer rate, and horizontal axis is a outer radius, that is the radius of insulation R2. Now as this radius is increasing from R1 value to R2 value, there is a change in value of Q. So the value of R2 at which Q heat transfer reaches maximum is determined from the requirement that change in heat transfer to change in radius, that is dq by dr2, that it should be equal to 0, means slope of this curved line is a 0. So where is the slope 0? That will be, this is the highest point of the curve. So at this point here heat will be what? Maximum, Q max. So corresponding value of this R2 will be what? Critical radius of insulation, RCR. So performing the differentiation and solving for this equation, it results the critical radius of insulation for cylindrical body, and that critical radius for cylinder is given here as a ratio of thermal conductivity to convection heat transfer coefficient. So here we see that critical radius of insulation depends on thermal conductivity of the insulation and the external convection heat transfer coefficient H. So here we see the rate of heat transfer from the cylinder increases with the addition of insulation for R2 less than critical radius reaches a maximum when R2 becomes RCR, means critical radius, and starts decreases. So here heat transfer first of all is here, this is increasing, going maximum to the critical radius value and going to decrease later on. So here R2 is greater than RCR, means outer radius is greater than critical radius. Thus insulating the pipe may actually increase the rate of heat transfer from the pipe instead of decreasing it when R2 is less than RCR, means critical radius of insulation. So the value of critical radius will be the largest when K is large and H is small, because RCR is a ratio of K to H. The lowest value of H encountered in practice is about 5 watt per meter square degree Celsius for the case of natural convection of gases, and that the thermal conductivity of common insulating material is about 0.05 watt per meter square degree Celsius. The largest value of critical radius we are likely to encounter is with this formula. So by putting these values 0.05, that is thermal conductivity, and this 5, that is a value of H. So here we get answer 0.01 meter, that is 1 centimeter. So maximum critical radius for this value is 1 centimeter. Critical radius of insulation of sphere. The discussions previous can be repeated for a sphere because the geometry is same, and it can be shown in a similar manner that the critical radius of insulation for spherical shell is here 2K by H. So we can say that critical radius of sphere is twice of critical radius of cylinder, where K is thermal conductivity of the insulation and H is the convection heat transfer coefficient on the outer surface. So at the end of this session you can explain critical thickness of insulation, critical thickness of insulation for cylinder, and critical thickness of insulation for sphere. If you like this video, please subscribe and share. Thank you.